Hi guys, welcome back. We are doing my best friends forever's readings, Capricorn. I hope you guys are doing well. Alright, let's get started. We are doing your spiritual reading. You got truth transcends illusion. Let's see. Let's get 3 more from here. I was trying to start like an hour ago and my cat just, he wants lugs. So he wouldn't let me start. Alright, we got magic works through you, scarab beetle spirit. Yeah, you got a lot of 2s here. So you could be seeing a lot of 2s, 2, 2, 2, or 2 plus 2 is 4. You could be a life path 4. Be on your personal year of 4. I heard a Sagittarius, but I'm doing Capricorn, so I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like you guys have finally or about to break a barrier where the truth transcends any illusion that you're seeing, both in, I feel like you guys are actually coming into alignment with a higher power of manifestation, or aligning with seeing that what the 3D world offers and what all of that is, like working harder, or you have to work a million hours to, you know, get ahead, or all of that, that's an illusion, right? When you're trying to manifest abundance, it's actually an energy, right? It's actually an energy, and there's a need to see beyond the facade of the 3D version of what people tell you, right? If you want to be a boss, you have to be a CEO, you have to work a million years. The truth is that most people don't reach that high, because they think that they have to do certain things to get to a certain place, right? Time to collaborate. Yeah, you're gonna start seeing through the illusion. This and that are true. Yes, yes. So do you need to work hard in a certain manner to get ahead? Yes. Is that the only way to get ahead? No, right? There's always a third door that you can take, especially when you understand the way energy works. And I'm actually, it's funny because I'm actually like working with this energy right now. I had a little bit of a breakthrough earlier within the month, and so it's interesting that I'm doing this reading. I was going to say reading and video at the same time. All right. So it's time to collaborate. I feel like there's somebody that's coming in and is going to, you're going to be collaborating, right? This person is helping you put the puzzle pieces together. And I don't feel like they're going to do it for you. I feel like they're going to teach you. It's going to help you to be in alignment. And that's kind of exactly what happened to me, right? I had somebody come in my life and say, hey, this and this and that and that. So I feel like for you guys, this is what's happening, right? You got Raven Spirit Truth. You guys are going to see the truth about the way manifestation works. Quieting the mind. Yes, removing fear. Removing fear, which was something that was very difficult for me, like I say. Removing fear was a huge part, and even both people that came into my life to help me, you know, one was explaining to me, you know, it's very difficult when you're trying to become abundant, but you're in survival mode, right? Your body, your surroundings and all of that is in survival mode. And basically the way they both explained it, they explained it differently, right? But even not fearing that everything's going to be okay. And I know that's very difficult. I know it's very difficult. And you can get to that point and then all of a sudden get pulled back, right? So again, this is just another practice of trusting yourself and trusting the universe and trusting the way that things are meant to be. Yes, there are times where you need to put in more work, and there are times where you need to show up for yourself. And there are times where you're going to have to, you know, do different things, try different options, right? Add things, enhance things. But the truth is that we didn't come here to work 40 plus hours a week and then, you know, not be able to survive to live. That's not really what we came here for. Energy, health, all of that, it's a frequency. You just need to find the right frequency, right? And it's about teaching yourself, like, okay, if I do this, well, what if I do that? But at all times, removing fear. Fear is literally not only a manifestation killer, but it also causes illnesses. Even people like, I'll give you an example. I have several autoimmune conditions, and I was born with one of them. And the reason why is because in past lives, there was just a lot of betrayal, a lot of that stuff. So in this life, the autoimmune condition came in to protect me, basically, right? Because I don't like people touching me, stuff like that. You know, it's a whole thing that you can go into. But there comes a time and a point where you've healed enough that you can trust yourself, that you know that you're not going to put yourself in situations where you're going to allow people to take advantage of you, to hurt you. So once you start to understand that and you start to release it, you actually can heal yourself, along with, you know, Reiki, along with a whole bunch of other things you can do, right? His meow is so cute. It's a meow. 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 All right, let's get one more. Yeah, going within and connecting directly. So there is an energy frequency going through you, connected from the top all the way to the bottom, right? Through and through. There is a need also to stop overthinking. Again, when we overthink, that's a sign of anxiety, and that's also a sign of fear. So there's a need to quiet the mind and trust yourself. Trust yourself. A lot of the reason why people close off their hearts, oh, this is like deep diver, diving into a task. Yes, exactly. I feel like for you guys, these bottom ones clarify the top ones. Yeah. So with Dragonfly Spirit, Truth, Transcendent Illusion, the bottom one is Truth, Raven Spirit. Yeah, seeing the truth. So I feel like for you guys, for some reason, the top cards are clarifying the bottom ones, which that's not how I've been doing them, but that's how they're coming out for you guys. Scarab Beetle Spirit, magic works through you, and then quieting the mind. Yeah, so your guides and the universe or God, whatever it is that you pray to, right? Whatever it is that you hold near and dear to yourself, is right now working in tandem with you. But there's a need to remove that fear. Every time you put a fear in there, it's almost like you're slowing down. Excuse me, I breathed in, went wrong. It's almost like you're driving or you're bicycling a smooth path, and then you let a little bit of fear come in, and then that smooth path turns into like it has cracks, right? And then and then you start to get nervous, and then you allow more fear to come in, and then it becomes like rubbly, right? There's like rocks everywhere, and then sand, and then, you know what I mean? Like every time you allow a new fear to come in, you're not stopping manifestation, but it is becoming much harder and it's not going to come in because you're manifesting through fear. And what you're going to bring is more fear, right? Time and time again, I've been shown by the universe every time, hey, I need help every single time. And I've paid attention the last 3 years specifically, and every single time they send me messages. I always know exactly what they're saying when they're sending me specific messages. For me, right? It can be different for everybody. Hi. But they always send me messages saying, hey, it's okay, let's just relax, let's just breathe, and you'll be fine, right? Everything will be fine. You're always going to be taken care of. And they always tell me that. And I've started to trust wholeheartedly. I'm not going to lie and be like, oh, I never have doubts. Yeah, there are moments where I'm like, oh shit. And then I'm like, okay, no, wait, stop. Remove that thought, cleanse your energy, everything's fine, right? Because fear is like a snowball effect. It just starts with one little thought, and then it starts to roll and roll and roll, and all of a sudden it's a big old snowball, and it's about to destroy everything, and you're in full panic mode. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what's going up. How do I, you know what I mean? If that makes any sense. All right, let's clarify dragonfly spirit. But just in these cards, there's so much like guidance, but guides. And then with the last one, yeah, we got deep diver, diving into a task. I feel like you're gonna deep dive, and you're going to remove all of the fear. You're gonna put your full trust in whatever it is you're doing, and that is why you're going to become in alignment with someone or something that's going to help you with whatever this task is. Dragonfly spirit. I know it sounds weird with Capricorns, but I know Capricorns that, sometimes we go through, not we, I'm not a Capricorn. I'm using the we as the royal we. We go through karmic lessons where, our money goes down, and I've seen Capricorns that are worried. My father is a Capricorn. He would always make good money, but then he wouldn't stay in his hands. All right. I need to cut the deck because it doesn't want to. It needs to be cut. I don't know if this is you guys or me, but I'm really distracted with my cat, which normally they're fine, but he's like, I don't know what he's doing. This deck is difficult to shuffle. Okay, let's see. We got, the High Priestess. You're not seeing clarity. You feel like you're not seeing an end to something. You feel like you're not seeing the remedy. It feels like you're not seeing a solution to a problem. You have no idea how this is going to I feel like you guys are unable to use your intuition, or you guys have it blocked because of fear, right? Or you guys aren't listening to your intuition when you're being told, hey, it's gonna be okay. It looks like my eyes are closed. I'm not wearing my lashes, so that's so funny. With the High Priestess in reverse, you're not seeing the truth and the clarity of things, but right now you're going to see the truth and the clarity of the situation, right? It almost feels like, let me give you an example of this feeling. It's almost like you're waiting for a check to come to pay your bills and your rent, right? And they said, oh, it's going to be here in 7 to 10 days, and your rent is due like 15 days. And the 10th day has come and it hasn't shown up, and the 11th day, and then the 12th day, and it still hasn't shown up. And you're just like, oh my God, it's not going to arrive on time. I'm not going to make it. And then that fierce, and then that fear, I don't know why I said fears. fear starts to trickle in and it starts to take over, and then the overthinking, and then you start to make yourself sick from overthinking. That's what it feels like. And what they're saying is that you're not seeing that there is something coming in. There is something coming in to help you, right? This doesn't necessarily have to be financial. This could be anything else, right? Just switch it to whatever it is that you're going through, right? But it does feel like this is something having to do with security, right? And then clarifying the magic works through you. The Magician in reverse. Yeah, you guys aren't able to manifest because you guys feel blocked. It feels like you guys are manifesting through fear, and it feels like you guys are manifesting, and then it's giving, you know, like that meme that you see, like, oh, I ate a salad last night and I'm waiting for it to take effect, right? That's what it feels like. That's exactly the energy that it feels like. And you know, when you manifest, there needs to be an energy of detachment. And that's the same way with even relationships. Like, if you're confused, if there's something going on that you don't understand, maybe the person you're dealing with is not giving you clear signals, the first thing you need to do is detach and go within. And look, it even says right here, quieting the mind, going within. Didn't we say that? There needs to be it's the law of detachment. As soon as you detach from an outcome, that's when the outcome comes in that you want, and even better, right? Yeah. All right, let's clarify time to collaborate. And trust me, guys, this one I'm actually still working on. Like, I'm still working on this one. This one has been, even after all my toxic relationships and all of the lessons and all of that and my childhood, this one for me has been kind of the most difficult. And I know it has, for me at least, it has to be, you know, it has to do with past lives where there was, you know, I abandoned me, right? And so there's a need to the world. Look, there's an ending to this. There's an ending coming. And with the world, right? Oh, so you know what? I know I should have looked it up because yesterday I was going to say it too. But I believe on the 24th or the 25th, on the 24th or the 25th, I believe Aries goes into something. I don't remember what it is. I tried looking up yesterday and I forgot. And but it's basically karma season, right? It's karma season. So whatever you've been putting out is what's coming back in, and you're going to see the truth of all your hard work and everything that you've been doing, because I feel like you feel like no matter what you've done, it just hasn't worked. No matter what you could dance upside down, do rituals, do this, do that, and it never seemed to work. But because there was always that fear in there, and also because it almost seems like there was also a long period of time waiting, right? And when that happens, the longer time happens, the longer time expands, it's almost like this is never gonna happen, right? And that fear starts to, like, okay, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I'm like making shit up, maybe I'm not, you know, like, you know, the voices in your head that are trying to. And remember, the whole point of spirituality, the whole point of it's not even a spirituality, the whole point of learning and growing is to control your own demons. And I straight up do. I have names for all my demons, and I'll be like, shut up, Becky, that's not true. Sorry, any Becky out there. That's just, you know how it is. But I will. Whenever I have, like, any of them trying to come up and play with jealousy or trying to lack, I will straight up be like, we'll have an argument. Okay, and I put them in check, right? That I do absolutely do that. Whether it sounds crazy or not, I don't care. So I put my demons in check because they are mine and we are working in tandem. And that's when they're like, okay, you're right, right? You know, like, they're yours. Put them in check. Yeah, seeing the truth with the Two of Wands in reverse. It feels like you're not sure what choice you want to make, which way you want to go. I feel like you're feeling almost defeated, like you want to let go, but there's going to be revelations. There's going to be clarity coming to you. It almost feels like you're almost thinking of putting whatever it is to the side, almost giving up, right? And maybe doing something else. It does feel that way, but you are going to be shown the truth, and that is the truth. And like I said, I don't remember. I'm so sorry. I should have looked it up because I couldn't remember yesterday either. But there was, I think it's Aries into something. But don't quote me on that. And it's basically karma season. So whatever you've put out is what's coming back in, right? Yeah, look, quieting the mind with temperance in reverse. Yeah, you've lost patience. You're losing patience. You feel like nothing is working. You feel like you've been waiting. You've even been told and nothing's moving. And you're starting to slip, and you're starting to fall into like a deep, deep circle of like heaviness and almost like resentment. But there's a need to pull yourself out of there. Everything in its time and place, right? And again, this whole time, it's been in and out, in and out. It's been, I trust, I don't trust, I trust, I don't trust, I don't trust, I do trust. And then I'm even seeing periods of like full giving up, right? There's a need to deep dive into what it is you're doing with full trust and confidence, and believe in yourself, because honestly, nobody else is going to. Nobody else is going to. When I woke up, what I was doing, not a single person that I knew was doing this or believed in spirituality. I had to my first session with healing was through a friend of work, and I hadn't even seen her in years, and she told me about Reiki, and that was like my first anything ever, and that was like in 2018, 2017. And since then, I researched, I looked, I went deep it's the Gemini rising in me. I went balls deep in researching, and as soon as you do that, the switch turns on. The universe starts sending everything you need. I started getting past life remembrances, all of that, right? As long as you are open to it. And I was starving. So I was just like, just bring it, right? Yeah. Clarifying. The deep diver diving into a task is the King of Coins. Yeah, so I feel like somebody might come in and help you with their business, might be a business, somebody who's in business, has their own business, an entrepreneur. Maybe they'll invest, maybe they'll teach you, maybe they'll show you their ways, young Padawan, like maybe you're getting your own Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi, save me. Right? With the Knight of Wands here, because you're losing your passion. And also like Page of Wands and the Four of Coins. Yeah, it feels like you're losing your passion, and you're no longer, I feel like also other people have intervened in your business, your money, and past relationships, where, remember, if you're dealing with a heavy karmic situation, your luck is going to be sucked dry, because not only do they suck your energy, they suck your livelihood, but they also suck your luck and your money. That's the truth. Okay, so it does take some time for the world, the cycle to be closed off, and for things to turn in your favor. And I feel like right now is a perfect time, because right now is when, it's planetary, right? Planetary. I'm itchy because my cat was like, I don't think I'm allergic, but he just was like all over me, and now I'm itchy. Anyway, right now is a perfect time for forward movement. Make sure though you are deep diving into your task. Remove any fucking fear, any fear that you have. Believe in yourself. This is my favorite line. Believe in yourself even when nobody else does. Like right now. I'm just kidding. It's a line from Balls of Fury, and it's one of like mine and my favorite. It's just funny. It's a funny movie. Anyway, I digress. All right, let me get you guys some oracle cards, some guidance for Capricorn, you got luck is on your side. What did I say? Luck is on your side. Believe in the impossible. Yo, I love it when a reading comes together. Yes. Oh my gosh, communication is key. Yes. Oh my gosh, Capricorns. I'm so excited for you. All right, I'm going to leave it here. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.